Hello from Mitchell Field in Swift Current. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes in the WMBL playoffs. The Eastern semifinal between Bob St. Pierre and the Swift Current 57's and the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Two teams who couldn't be more even against each other in the 2017 WMBL regular season. In the 6 games that these two teams met, both left with a 3-3 record, and both had 34 runs for and against. So 3-3, 34-34 after the regular season. A playoff series that is a 1-4 matchup. Moose Jaw finishing the year 22-24. The 57's finishing 33-15. First versus fourth in the WMBL East. But throw the regular season out the window, as is often the scenario as we head into the postseason. Bob St. Pierre getting the start on the mound for the 57's. 10 appearances in the regular season, 62 innings of work. He's allowed 57 hits, only 19 earned runs. 46 strikeouts to 17 walks. Bobby was 5-4 in the regular season with a 2.75 earned run average. He will be pitching to Mason Brown. Bodie Cooper playing first base. Keel Crumweedy from Glasgow, Montana at second. Brett Esau at short. Riley Campbell at third. Blake Adams in left. Thomas de Bonville in center. Nick Conyas patrolling right field for the Swift Current 57's. The designated hitter will be Matt Bondarchuk. Lane Harvey leading off for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. He's their third baseman and hails from Sidney, Nebraska. Harvey on the season hitting .327 with 17 runs batted in. We are about to throw the first pitch on the WMBL postseason. The Swift Current 57's, the defending league champions. A high hopper to Riley Campbell on the first pitch out of the right hand of BSP. One pitch, one out as Lane Harvey grounds out to the third baseman. Bobby St. Pierre, fastball that at times touches 90. 46 strikeouts and 62 innings of work to just 17 walks as Travis Abel from Leawood, Kansas, the speedy center fielder for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, makes his way to the plate. Abel on the year, a .270 hitter, a home run to go along with 28 RBI. Bobby St. Pierre goes right after him. 0-1 the count after strike one called. Cutter McDowell out of Friendswood, Texas is on deck. 0-1, St. Pierre, fastball. Two-hopper to Keel Crumweedy, who executes the 4-3. As Abel, 0-1 pitch. 3 pitches to get 2 outs for BSP. That'll bring Cutter McDowell to the plate. The lights are already on here at Mitchell Field as the weather, as it always seems to in baseball season, changes with the calendar. July ends, and so do the dog days of summer. St. Pierre, fastball, strike one. 0-1 here. Bobby St. Pierre. 4 pitches so far here. And throwing nothing but strikes. St. Pierre yet to miss the strike zone, and being the homer broadcast for the Swift Current 57's, we'll knock on wood as we say that. As the count now 0-2 with 2 away. Ben Dahlke from Castle Rock, Colorado on deck for the black and yellow Miller Express. Mason Brown lines up off the plate, and a called strike 3. 6 pitches to get through the top of the first for Bob St. Pierre. Cutter McDowell caught looking. 57's will be on the sticks when we return with Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Celebrate the wonders of our nation this July at Living Sky Casino. Players Club members can swipe daily for their chance to win a train trip across Canada in our From Far and Wide promotion. Bonus entries are also available. Grand prize draw July 31st at 8 p.m. Must be present to win. See Players Club for more details. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. It's Ryan Schweitzer, scoreless, heading to the bottom of the first inning. Bob St. Pierre getting through the top of the first in just 6 pitches, striking out 1 and inducing 2 ground ball outs. Thomas de Bonville to lead off for the Swift Current 57's. De Bonville out of Silverthorne, Colorado. A roster deadline acquisition for Joe Carnahan's crew. Spent most of his last summer playing for the then Swift Current Indians, but due to injury went home just before the postseason. De Bonville, 9 games, .286 batting average, 5 RBI. Thomas only 1 stolen base in the regular season, but if he gets himself on, expect him to attempt to make things happen as Grant Westmoreland gets the start on the mound for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Westmoreland, 13 appearances and only 5 starts in the regular season, working 41 innings, allowing 31 hits as he misses just up to De Bonville. 12 earned runs. He struck out 40 and walked 46, 4-1 on the year with a 2.63 earned run average. Grant Westmoreland. Spot starter from Pearland, Texas, and he's going to walk Thomas de Bonville in 4 pitches. So de Bonville keeps the sword sheathed, and he ends up being the first base runner of this baseball game. Grant Westmoreland pitching to Cole Warkin, Ben Dalkey at first, Scott Platt at second, Josh Mardorn at short, while Lane Harvey plays third base. Pate Katuchis in left field for Moose Jaw, Travis Abel in center, and Ty Schindel patrolling right field as Bones, Matt Bondarchuk, makes his way into the plate in front of a full house here in Swift Current watching the hometown 57's. Westmoreland, the lefty, going right after Bondarchuk after walking to Bonville in 4 pitches. Lefty on lefty matchup here, and 0-1 the count. The light's already on here as it's been a cloudy day. Some heavy rain this morning. Let up early in the afternoon as Bondarchuk launches one to center field. Travis Abel will position himself underneath that baseball. And that'll be the first out of the bottom of the first.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
Blake Adams wrapping up a solid first season in the WMBL. Yesterday named the league's Rookie of the Year, also a member of the first All-Star team. And Adams, against the Moose Jaw Miller Express on Sunday in the 57's final game of the regular season, broke the team record for home runs. He hit 12 of them this year, to go along with a team record 54 runs batted in, just 1 behind the league leader Cody Funderburk from the Okotoks Dogs. As Adams, opposite field shot, hit way up there. Ty Schindel is not going to be able to get to that baseball as he'll run out of time and space to track down that fly ball, and it's a long strike for the lefty Grant Westmoreland here in the bottom of the first inning. Bodie Cooper, last year's League Rookie of the Year on deck, so back-to-back Rookie of the Year award winners in the league, hitting adjacent to each other in this 57's batting order. Adams hitting third, Bodie the cleanup man. 0-1 the count to Adams. After that long foul ball the opposite way, Thomas de Bonville in motion. The lefty was able to spot that, and Josh Mardorn applies the tag at short, and that'll do it for Thomas de Bonville, who was planning on stealing off Grant Westmoreland, but a left-handed pitcher seeing what de Bonville was up to out of the corner of his eye, and now there's 2 away. And Blake Adams, 0-1 count. Westmoreland, curveball, drops in just above the shoes of Adams. One pitch with 2 away. There's another curveball from Grant Westmoreland, and that one just misses a little bit low, and it's 2-1 now. I know members of the Moose Jaw Miller Express on that final game of the regular season weren't too happy with Blake Adams' reaction after hitting that home run, as some accused him of quote-unquote pimping that shot. We'll see if any of that factors into this one. So far, the count 3-1. Adams takes, and ball 4 crosses just above the shoelaces of the native of Longview, Texas. Second walk of the inning issued by Grant Westmoreland, putting a runner on at first for Bodie Cooper.
Number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Bodie finished the year batting .306 with 7 home runs and 27 runs batted in. Third most home runs on the 57's. Behind Adams and Brett Esau, Keel Crumweedy also had 7 dingers this year for Swift. Adams on at first, 18 stolen bases on the year for Blake, so he's not afraid to swipe bags once he gets himself on. First pitch to Bodie Cooper finds the strike zone for a 0-1 count here. Game number 1 of the WMBL Eastern semifinal. Games number 1 and 2 here in Swift Current. Tonight and tomorrow, games 3 and 4 if necessary, back in Moose Jaw, Thursday, Friday. And if a game 5 is necessary between these two teams, which it very well could be, then that'll be back here in Swift Current on Saturday night. We let off the webcast talking about how well these teams played each other this year. There were some tight wins and there were some big wins going both ways, and at the end of the year, these teams in their 6 games finishing 3 and 3 with 34 runs scored apiece. So the average game between these two is around a 6-6 ball game, as fastball to Bodie Cooper is about chin height, and that blows back some of the whiskers on Bodie's chin. 1-2 the count. Brett Esau is on deck for Swift Current. Bottom of the first inning, we're still scoreless. Game number 1, curveball just misses outside, and it's 2-2 with 2 away. Two-two pitch to Bodie. Curveball, and again just missing up. Not a monster strike zone tonight by any means, as Grant Westmoreland is learning the hard way. 3-2 the count. Miller Express lefty has issued 2 walks in this one. Full count pitch to Cooper with 2 down. Adams in motion, and it's a called strike 3. That one dropping in just below the knees as Bodie is caught looking. Adams is stranded. And 1 inning in the books.
No hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. After 1 inning,
we will head to the top of the second. Scoreless in Swifty between Swift Current and Moose Jaw. This is WMBL playoff action.
Fans at the program numbers 1 through 5.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to WMBL playoff baseball action. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the play-by-play between the Swift Current 57's and the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Bobby St. Pierre, who has yet to miss the strike zone in this one, here in the top of the second inning. First offering to Ben Dalkey. St. Pierre fastball just a little bit low. And Dalkey, Ty Schindel, Cole Workin due up for the Miller Express here. St. Pierre, fastball. Ground ball to Riley Campbell in the mitt and over to first. Dalkey out via the 5-3.
Now batting, the Swift Body Beer batter, the right fielder, number 24, Ty Schindel.
St. Pierre, 8 strikes and 1 ball thus far, as he gets set to release the 10th pitch of the ball game. 9 pitches to get 4 outs. Ty Schindel from Victoria, BC will now take a turn. And it's a 1-0 count. St. Pierre, third summer in Swift Current. He was the closer for the team in 2015, starting rotation and game one guy last year in the 2016 playoffs. In his senior year, this is his WMBL last hurrah. Seeing the 57's off the field, Bobby's the alpha dog of this group as well. Has a big leadership role with the squad as that's fouled towards the patio and out of the ballpark. First webcast of the year. There's a look at the new patio. If you haven't been to a game at Mitchell Field this year, then they moved that left field wall in, took out some of that foul territory that they had, and decided to build a new patio there. No, that's been enjoyed by a lot of folks this season. 1-2 the count to Ty Schindel with one down here. St. Pierre winds and fires, goes back to that fastball, and it's going to be 2-2. St. Pierre paints the outside corner in the righty on lefty matchup.
And with that out, beer is on sale. $2
Breaking ball this time from Bobby. Steady diet of heaters.
Now batting the catcher, number 19, Cole Workin.
And now Cole Workin to the plate. Moose Jaw Miller Express without the services of Zach Fascia, who called it a summer late last week. Cole Workin out of Regina, handling duties behind the plate for Moose Jaw tonight. One and one the count to Cole Workin, who hit .291 on the year. 5 home runs to go with 30 RBI. Second most on Moose Jaw's team. Ben Dahlke led the way with 44 of them, as Workin fouls that ball off. Count is 1-2. St. Pierre, 2 outs. Top of the second. 17 pitches from Bobby to get to this point in time. Mason Brown lines up just outside. St. Pierre was ready to head back towards the dugout, but just missing on that outside corner of the plate. And he'll have to stick around for another pitch here. Workin swings at the high fastball.
That's the Santa Motors foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loony.
St. Pierre to Workin, breaking ball, ground ball. Riley Campbell just past Bodie Cooper, a one-hopper to Bodie. And Cole Workin's going to sneak to second base, and with 2 out, the Moose Jaw Miller Express have a base runner on.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 10, Pete Katechis.
And we'll see if the Miller Express can hold the 57's accountable for that 2-out mishap that has Cole Workin now at second base. St. Pierre thought he had a strike 3 in that exchange with Workin. And what should have been a 5-3 turns into a runner on at second. Cole Workin given a couple second chances. As we see a black and yellow jersey in amongst that sea of green, white, and orange. Out at second. 1-0 count to Pate Katechis. And there's a shot by Katechis. Blake Adams, left field. Has a tough time with the outfield grass, but manages to make the catch. Well, it was a loud out, but an out nonetheless. One is left stranded. Nobody scores. Bottom of 2 coming up. 57's on the sticks when we return right after these.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the webcast between the 57's and the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Round one of the WMBL playoffs. You got to go deep back in their team's history. Last time these two teams met in the playoffs was before the WMBL was structured as a straight summer collegiate league the way it is. I believe it was the late 90s the last time these two teams met in the postseason. That's odd. They spent so much time in the same division since then, but the chips have just never fallen in such a way to have these two being round one or round two opponents. As Brett Esau leads off, the native of Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. Esau 279 on the year, impressive power numbers, 11 home runs to go with 32 RBI. Westmoreland fastball up, 1-1 the count. Grant Westmoreland, game one starter for the Moose Jaw Miller Express here. One and one the count to Esau. Make that 2-1. Westmoreland has walked 2 and struck out 1 thus far. Fastball just misses, and it's 3-1. Westmoreland showing a little bit of frustration. He's trying to locate his pitches. 3-1 to Esau. Brett swings at a high fastball, and it's 3-2. Three-two pitch. Esau swings defensively and fouls that back. Three and two. High fastball takes care of Esau.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 18, Kilo Crumweedy.
2 strikeouts and 2 walks for Grant Westmoreland as Keel Crumweedy makes his way to the plate. Keel 282 in the regular season with 7 bombs and 19 runs batted in. Lefty on righty matchup. First pitch inside, 1-0 to Keel. Westmoreland, 10 strikes, 15 balls leading to that pitch. Hit to shallow center field by Crumweedy. Travis Abel makes the catch, and there's 2 away in the bottom of 2. Riley Campbell to the plate. The long, slow walk to the plate, which Campbell's become known for this year. Named a WMBL second-team All-Star third baseman. Campbell and his brother Aiden of the Regina Red Sox, both named to the WMBL second All-Star team. 2 down here is Grant Westmoreland. First pitch fastball, low and away. Lefty versus righty, 1-0 count. Campbell, ground ball just past Lane Harvey at third. And he's going to scamper to second base. The Bruce Lee fast Riley Campbell. A 2-out double.
Now batting, the catcher, number 9, Nathan Brown.
Riley hitting that one right along the chalk of the third base line, past the glove of Lane Harvey at third. And the 57's have the speedy Riley Campbell on base with 2 down and Mason Brown at the plate. Brown finishing the season hitting .252, but in his last 5 games, a batting average of .571 with a couple of RBI. Now, in those last 5 games, only 7 at-bats, 4 hits in those 7, but those are his last week numbers. So Brown, late in the year, starting to see the ball well, and a base hit would be dynamite right now for the Swift Current 57's. Campbell on at second. We'll keep our eye on him as he's always a threat to be in motion. Fastball up. 2-0 to Brown. Nick Conyas is on deck for Swift. Brown, shot to shallow center field. Travis Abel is there, and he'll make the catch, stranding Riley Campbell at second base. With 2 innings in the books, we are still scoreless in Swift. Top of 3, Moose Jaw at bat when we return with Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Bob St. Pierre and the 57's. And the Moose Jaw Miller Express tied at nothing. 8-9-1 due up for Moose Jaw. Here in the top of the 3rd inning, Josh Mardoran, Scott Platt, and Lane Harvey. Doran 287 through the regular season. First pitch from Bob St. Pierre, crosses just low. And the 1-0 count to Doran, forthcoming. St. Pierre now looking at a 2-0 count here in the top of the 3rd inning. Lights already on here at Mitchell Field as ominous clouds circle the baseball park. Most forecasters calling for rain to arrive in Swift Current around 9 p.m. We're humming through this one, 7:30. And in the 3rd, Grant Westmoreland and Bob St. Pierre getting the job done so far. St. Pierre 3-0 fastball for strike 1. And low and away, Josh Mardoran is on base.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4, Scott Platt.
St. Pierre likely mindful of the fact that the runner on at first, Josh Mardoran, is the Miller Express leader in stolen bases after the 2017 regular season. 18 of them. 18 for 23 in the base stealing department. Scott Platt, number 9 hitter, is up. And strike one to Platt. Ground ball. 2 will be tough. Keel Crumweedy settles that ball down and gets it to Bodie Cooper for 1 down. Josh Mardoran advancing to second base.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 7, Lane Harvey.
Lane Harvey grounded out to third base on the first pitch of the baseball game the last time he was up for Moose Jaw. 0 for 1 thus far. Travis Abel on deck, 1 away, top of the third inning. Still scoreless between Swift Current and Moose Jaw. Swift Current 57's baseball brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services. And we thank Living Sky and Crop Production for their support and for making the webcast possible this year as we were able to follow the 57's on the road. And we will happily bring you each and every minute of playoff baseball for Swift Current this year. 57's finishing 2017 with a 33-15 record, tying the team record for most wins that was set last year in a championship season as Harvey hits one just over top of us here and straight south towards the adjacent midget 57's home field. Nothing in 2 to Harvey. Josh Mardoran in motion. Mason Brown. Throw is on target, and they got him. Josh Mardoran not happy with the jump that he got there. As he shows some frustration. Throw is on target from Mason Brown. Riley Campbell right where he needed to be. And Campbell ready and waiting for Josh Mardoran as he tried to swipe his first bag of the postseason. St. Pierre, foul-inducing fastball to Lane Harvey, 1-2 with 2 down. Two and 2 the count now. St. Pierre, 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again as Lane Harvey, the leadoff hitter, battling here with Bobby. Two-two pitch. And it's going to be a full count to Harvey. Harvey fly ball, right field. Nick Conyas takes care of that.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. After 2.5 innings, it's scoreless.
A walk got Josh Mardoran on, but he was caught stealing as he was heading towards third base, and we are still scoreless. Bottom of 3, Swift on the sticks when we return with 57's baseball brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
For all of their support this season. Fans, make sure to visit the souvenir booth for the new Swift Current 57.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Celebrate the wonders of our nation this July at Living Sky Casino. Players Club members can swipe daily for their chance to win a train trip across Canada in our From Far and Wide promotion. Bonus entries are also available. Grand prize draw July 31st at 8 p.m. Must be present to win. See Players Club for more details.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor.
Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Nick Kanyas swings at an 0-1 pitch. It's 0-2 to the right fielder out of San Antonio, Texas, who's leading off here for the 57's in the bottom of the third inning. Kanyas, Thomas DeBonville, Matt Bondarchuk. 9-1-2 due up here. Lefty on lefty matchup. Grant Westmoreland, high rising fastball. Up and away. Thomas DeBonville, who walked, is on deck. Curveball. And that'll be right up the middle. Second hit of the ball game as Kanyas singles his way to first base.
Number 4, Thomas DeBonville.
Thomas DeBonville walked in the first inning and then was caught in a rundown. Caught stealing a base via the 1-3-6 as he took off towards second base. Throw to first base followed before they got him. Nick Kanyas is going to try and swipe a bag here, and the throw off target. Kanyas moves himself into scoring position with none out here. Cole Workin behind the plate for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Didn't see a ton of time behind the dish as the Miller Express starting catcher throughout most of the year, Zach Fascia. His service is no longer available to the black and yellow from Moose Jaw. It's a big loss for Moose Jaw as he was solid behind the plate and also led the team in saves with 4 of them. Go behind the plate and then hit the mound. Thomas DeBonville gets a bunt down, and the left-hander Westmoreland throws him out via the 1-3. Kanyas advances to third base with 1 out.
JTS bus line says designated hitter number 22, Matt Bondarchuk.
It's a good play by Thomas DeBonville and his teammates recognizing that. Look at Bob St. Pierre leading the charge out of the dugout. So Nick Kanyas on the left of your screen at third base, Matt Bondarchuk at the plate. Matt flew out to center field the last time he was up. If he can do that again, could be a sac fly RBI. Bondarchuk 294 in the regular season, and he brought home 30 runs. He was walked 21 times, 197 at-bats where he gathered 58 hits. Reaching for that ball, and the Miller Express are going to concede the run to get the speedy Bondarchuk at first base. Nick Kanyas comes in to score, and the 57's are first on the scoreboard here. They lead at 1-0 here in the third. Josh Mardoran, the shortstop, charging in to get that ball. They got the 6-3 out at first, but Nick Kanyas, who singled, stole, made it to third on a sac bunt, and then small balled home. That bunt from Thomas DeBonville, key in manufacturing that run, and it's so important to be able to play small ball as well as belt the baseball in the playoffs. And Thomas DeBonville, sac bunt, a key element, bringing the first run in for the Swift Current 57's. Blake Adams up now, and he was out in front of that changeup as he was expecting something with a little more velo from Westmoreland. Change up between the letters and the belt of Adams, and it's 0-1 with 2 away here. Bottom of the third inning, Swift is on the board. Goes to that changeup again. This time Adams hits it in the seats.
That's the center motor's foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get the looming.
Ground ball by Adams, just chopped foul. Snowballs, 2 strikes. 2 away here, none on. Pitch crosses the plate near the hands of Adams, and it's 1-2. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 lead. Breaking ball. Adams just in front of it and fouling it off. An X factor in tonight's game in this series will be the weather forecast, as rain is forecasted to hit Mitchell Field around 9 o'clock tonight, according to some sources. Ball 2 to Adams as he takes with 2 strikes against him. Bodie Cooper on deck. Adams walked his last time up. 2-2 pitch from Westmoreland. Adams belts it to center field. Travis Abel is there. And that'll be the third out. Nick Conyas touches home plate after singling, stealing, advancing to third via sac bunt. And then, with 1 away, Matt Bondarchuk grounded out with a runner on at third. It's 1-0 for the Swift Current 57's. Top of 4 coming up. We'll be back right after these.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Travis Abel leading off for the Miller Express. Is Travis Abel? Yes, he is. .270 batting average on the year with a home run and 28 RBI. Solid defensive center fielder for Moose Jaw, and he hits one hard the opposite way to Nick Conyas' neck of the woods. And the number 2 hitter in the Miller Express batting order flies out to 9. Setting the table for Cutter McDowell, who was caught looking at a Bob St. Pierre fastball the last time he was up. BSP submitting McDowell in 3 pitches. Pitch number 40 of Bobby's night here in the top of the 4th, and it's strike 1. Fly ball, right field, Nick Conyas. 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 28, Ben Galdi.
41 pitches to get through 12 hitters for St. Pierre. So averaging just over 3.5 pitches in at bat for Bobby. Slider from St. Pierre bends in for strike one, righty on righty. Ben Dalkey swings at the changeup, and it's 0-2. Dalkey named Fans' Choice Player of the Year for the Miller Express at a pregame ceremony on Sunday. They love him in Moose Jaw as he takes a fastball low and away, and it's 1-2. Fans in every market love the long ball, and Dalkey with the power numbers this year for the Miller Express, leading the team in home runs. He had 7 of them to go with 44 runs batted in, but St. Pierre has his number tonight as he strikes him out. Dalkey goes down swinging in 4 pitches. Bottom of 4 coming up. 57's will look to build on a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with more 57's baseball in moments.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
We're back with Swift Current 57's baseball. Bodie Cooper leading off for Swift Current. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 lead for the home team, and the white with the green and orange trim. First playoff game under the name 57's for the Swift Current WMBL team. They're looking for a historic win in that regard. They're up 1-0 here. Good pitching appearances thus far by Grant Westmoreland and Bobby St. Pierre. Cooper fouls that behind him. .57's 1 run on 2 hits. 1-1 pitch to Bodie. Fastball drifts outside, and it's 2-1 to the native of Chubbuck, Idaho. Second-year member of the 57's. Last year's WMBL Rookie of the Year. This year's crown in that regard went to teammate Blake Adams. Bodie gets a piece of that baseball and hits it loud and foul down the third base line. Two-2 pitch to Cooper forthcoming as we see fans enjoying the game from the new left field patio. The 52nd pitch out of the left hand of Grant Westmoreland is a called strike 3 on Bodie Cooper. Brett Esau. Esau went down swinging the last time he faced Westmoreland. Esau had a fun Sunday before heading to Moose Jaw, doing a 57's promotional video with Swift Current Mayor Dennis Perreault, who came to the ballpark and took some BP. If you want to see that video, you can catch it on 57's social media pages, also City of Swift Current's social media online presence. Tweeting and sharing some of that. Esau checks a swing. Did he go? No, he didn't, says the first base umpire. 2-1 the count to Esau, the native of Meadow Lake. His first season in the WMBL was a good one. Second team All-Star in the league. 2-2 the count. Breaking ball from Westmoreland drops in. It's the bottom of the fourth inning. Nick Kanyas has been the only player to touch home plate in this contest thus far. Fastball to Esau, just above his shoes. And a full count with one down. Keel Crumweedy, second baseman, on deck for Swift. 3-2 pitch. Esau is going to foul that out of the confines of Mitchell Field towards the adjacent minor ball diamond, and it's still a full count. .58 pitches thrown in this game so far by Westmoreland. Here's number 59, and Esau swings at that, hits it to shallow center field. Travis Abel got a good read on that baseball early off the bat head and makes the catch.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 18, Keel Crumweedy.
.27 men have stepped up to the plate to hit this game thus far. Only two of them have had hits. Grant Westmoreland and Bobby St. Pierre. Doing what's expected of them in this one. Nick Kanyas singled, stole second, advanced to third on a bunt, and then a 1-out, 6-3 out by Matt Bondarchuk scored Kanyas from third. Crumweed belts one. Josh Mardoran on the backhand. The throw to first is in time. And that's a fine defensive play by Doran, the shortstop, to take care of Keel Crumweedy.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on.
They've come to play tonight in Swift Current. Game number 1 of the WMBL Eastern semifinal. 1-0 Swift after 4. Top of 5 after these.
Swift Current 57 fans, it's now time for the Disney Guy. And it's Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to the webcast of Swift Current 57's Baseball, produced by Snow Streaker Media and brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Ryan Schweitzer and Swift Current for game number 1 of the WMBL Eastern semifinals. Ty Schindel to the plate. 5, 6, 7 for the Miller Express. Schindel hits that deep to right field, and we have a tie ball game. First hit surrendered by Bobby St. Pierre in this one, and it's the long ball to Ty Schindel. 1-1 the score. Moose Jaw Miller Express dugout, all hands on deck. wooing and approval.
Now batting the catcher, number 19, Cole Morgan.
So 1-1, suddenly the score. Cole Workin reached on error his last time up. And for the second time with Cole Workin at the plate.
Number 10, Pete Katechis.
Cursed infield gets Workin on at first base. So Pate Katechis to the plate, who flew out to left field his last time up. And Katechis shows bunt with a runner on at first and nobody out. Bobby St. Pierre cruising through this game, only throwing under 50 pitches to get here to the top of the fifth. Left that fastball up against Ty Schindel, and 1-1. One pitch, St. Pierre fastball. Strike two. Pate Katechis thinks about chasing low and away as Mason Brown moves to his right to keep that ball in front of him on the slider. 2-2 the count. Bobby St. Pierre, a championship ring from last year's Swift Current team. He'd love to end his WMBL career with another one as he induces a foul ball from Pate Katechis. Count remains 2-2. Top of the fifth, and 1-1 the score. Ty Schindel, a solo home run to tie this baseball game. St. Pierre outside, and it's 3-2. Bobby capable of touching 90 with his fastball. Full count. And St. Pierre gets Katechis swinging.
And that is a Patterson Agriculture strikeout for Bobby St. Pierre.
Fourth strikeout of the game for Bob. One down. Runner remains at first base. Josh Mardoran walked his last time up. 4-1 strikeout to walk for St. Pierre tonight. Fastball from Bobby. Home plate umpire thought about calling that one a strike, but had second thoughts. 1-1 the count on a night where a hoodie is required. Runner in motion, swinging bunt type scenario. Bobby grabs that one and he'll eat it. And a one out swinging bunt from Josh Mardoran. Gets him on at first.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4, Scott Platt.
Hitters don't often do it on purpose, but when you hit a ball like that, it can be effective. Especially a guy as fast as Josh Mardoran. Miller Express team leader in stolen bases. So 1 out and 2 on. The Miller Express have already put 1 on the board here in the 5th inning. Fastball, and that's past. Keel Crumweedy up the middle. They'll hold with only 1 out to load the bases. Number 8 hitter with an infield single. Number 9 hitter with a single. And the bases loaded as Moose Jaw hits the top of the order. Lane Harvey to the plate. Lane Harvey, .327 batting average in the regular season. Typically a guy with a high average that Moose Jaw hit near the bottom of the order, but they're having him hit leadoff tonight. St. Pierre, 60 pitches to get through 4 1/3 thus far. Fastball for strike 1. Travis Abel on deck as the bottom half of the order loads the bases for the top of the order. Fastball from Bobby going right after Lane Harvey here, and it's 0-2. Mason Brown lines up outside, low and away. Harvey takes 1-2. (0-2) count, low and away, or high fastball seems to be the popular choice for pitchers. 2-2 to Harvey. 1 down, 3 on. St. Pierre and the 57's trying to Houdini themselves out of a little bit of trouble here in the top of the 5th, where they've already surrendered 1 run. And Moose Jaw threatening for more here. 2-2 pitch. Harvey fouls that off. Continues to battle with St. Pierre. 2-2 pitch. And Harvey fouls another one off. 168 bats on the year for Lane Harvey. He struck out 18 times. Relatively low, below average for strikeout numbers compared to other hitters in the WMBL. He's a guy who doesn't strike out very often. He's battling here with Bobby. 2-2 pitch, 1 down. He'll foul off another one. Bobby doing a good job throwing fastballs, keeping them low. Nothing Harvey can work with. Another 2-2 coming up here, and a lengthy at bat. This time Bobby goes with the slider, and it's another one fouled off by Harvey as he continues to protect the plate against Bobby St. Pierre. Next pitch will be the 9th of this exchange between Bobby and Lane Harvey. Bases loaded. And Bobby tries to paint the outside corner and doesn't miss by much. It's a full count. Harvey steps out of the batter's box. And 3-2 the count. Bobby's got a fastball that can touch 90. Will he use it here? Full count pitch. And it's ball 4. A run's going to come in here. St. Pierre not missing by much on the 2-2 and the 3-2. And it's a walk to make it 2-1 for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. And Joe Carnahan is going to head out to the pitcher's mound. Despacito here in the 5th. Joe's always been very efficient with his words. And Joe Carnahan coaching a guy like Bobby St. Pierre. Bobby's almost like a player coach when it comes to pitching as well, the way he's been a leader in the dugout this year. Joe won't have to say much to him, just some reassuring words as Travis Abel takes for strike one. Bases remain loaded and only one down here. Ground ball, Kielcrum Weedy in the glove. He flips to first. Another run comes in to score as Josh Mardoran makes it 3-1. Abel grounds out to second. Cutter McDowell's been caught looking, and he flew out to Nick Kanyas his last time up. Ominous dark blue skies to the north of us. First pitch slider from Bobby is strike one. Empty bag at first. Ben Dalkey on deck. Cutter McDowell, a member of last year's Moose Jaw Miller Express team, a mid-season acquisition this year as he played 22 games. 22 hits and 84 at-bats, giving him .262 on the year. Did manage 3 home runs to go with 9 RBI. So 22 games, 3 home runs. Just less than half the season, a 6 home run guy, but St. Pierre gets him swinging. 2 are stranded, but 3 come in to score for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. And the 57 suddenly have some catching up to do. Bottom of 5 coming up. It's 3-1 Moose Jaw. We'll be back to see if Swift can bite into that lead when we return with 57's baseball.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
There's a man who's a legend in these parts, Jamie Butter LeBlanc, athletic trainer for the Swift Current Broncos of the Western Hockey League. And if there's any athletic therapy needs for 57's coach Joe Carnahan, Butter's been known to offer an opinion or two to help get guys back into playing shape if they're feeling a little bit nicked up. Riley Campbell leading off for the Swift Current 57's. He doubled his last time up and was left stranded. Grant Westmoreland. Lefty versus righty, 1-1 the count. Ominous clouds to the north of us. 3-1. Moose Jaw leads it. 3 runs in the top of the 5th. Breaking ball to Riley Campbell. He thought about it, and it's strike 2. 1-2 the count now. Riley Campbell, Mason Brown, Nick Kanyas, 7-8-9 due up for Swift Currents. Campbell, a WMBL second-team All-Star. That was just announced yesterday. Ground ball by Campbell. Josh Mardoran at short's going to kick it, and Campbell on at first base. It's a mistake by the Moose Jaw Miller Express, and the 57's have to hold them accountable as they trail 2 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Catcher, number 9, Mason Brown.
Mason Brown with Riley Campbell on at first. Campbell was well on pace to destroy the WMBL record for stolen bases before a mid-season injury slowed him down a little bit. But still finishing the year with 35 stolen bases, 3 off of a league record. Lefty Grant Westmoreland checks Campbell at first. Westmoreland throws that one away, and Riley Campbell is going to scamper to second, make it third base. And with that ball leaving the ballpark, the ground rules put Campbell back on at second. So Riley advancing to scoring position after that was thrown away by Grant Westmoreland. Following the eyes of Westmoreland, he was going to the plate and then to first. And now Mason Brown showing bunt. He pulls back after a high fastball, and it's a 2-0 count to Mason. Mason finished the year with 4 hits in his final 7 at-bats. Started to see the ball real well in the second half of the season. 2-0 count. Brown shows bunt. Bunts it into the backstop. 2-1 now to Brown. Brown tries to get that bunt down, and it's going to be strike 2. None out. Campbell on at second. 57's trailing a deuce here. It's 3-1 for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Westmoreland, the 2-2. Curveball didn't miss by much. Westmoreland was in his strikeout strut, but umpire says ball 3. Riley Campbell at second. 3-2 pitch. None away. Brown singling up the middle. They'll put the brakes on Riley Campbell at third with Nick Conyas coming to the plate and nobody out. Timely piece of hitting from Mason Brown, taking a 3-2 pitch and lining it up the middle. 70 pitches for Westmoreland. Make it 71 after that single by Mason Brown. Number 9 hitter is Nick Conyas. Conyas singled his last time up on the regular season. Nick's first in the WMBL. He hit .285. 22 runs batted in 37 games. And that baseball exits the playing surface towards the snack shack. Lefty versus lefty, Conyas. Breaking ball from Grant Westmoreland. Grant Westmoreland, 3 strikeouts to 2 walks in this one. Those 2 walks came early. Since then, he settled down and found better command of his pitches, including that breaking ball that was strike 2 to Nick Conyas. The 0-2 goes to the heater this time. Lefty on lefty outside. 1-2. Riley Campbell at third. Mason Brown, who singled moments ago, on at first base. 1-2 pitch. Ganyas goes down swinging as Grant Westmoreland pumps the fastball past him.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT, the center fielder, number 4, Thomas DeBonville.
Fourth strikeout in this game for Grant Westmoreland, the starting lefty for the Miller Express. Westmoreland, 13 appearances in the regular season, 4 of them starts. Guy that was primarily used in relief for the Moose Jaw Miller Express becomes their Game 1 starter. Top of the order, and Thomas DeBonville. DeBonville's walked, and he successfully dropped a sac bunt the last time he was up to help engineer the 57's 1 run in this baseball game. They trail the Moose Jaw Miller Express 3-1. Solo home run from Ty Schindel, helping Moose Jaw kick the tires and light the fires on a 3-run top of the 5th. Swift trying to respond here. There's 2 on and 1 out. Ground ball by DeBonville. 1-6, and airmailing it over the first baseman as Campbell comes in to score. Thomas DeBonville is now going to be caught in a rundown, and Josh Mardoran applies the tag, but Riley Campbell does come in to score, and the 57's count 1. Moose Jaw trying to turn a 1-6-3. Becomes a bit of an adventure, but Riley Campbell does come in to score. 3-2 lead for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Swift Current will try and keep it that way. We'll be back right after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Well, it's a 3-2 lead for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, game number 1 of the Eastern semifinals in the WMBL. Ryan Schweitzer and Swift Current bringing you the action. Checking our out-of-town scoreboard around the WMBL. Every series is in action tonight. Okotoks Dogs leading the Edmonton Prospects 5-0 in Okotoks. Those teams met last year in a 1-4 matchup, and the Edmonton Prospects ending up upsetting the Dogs. Okotoks in the top of the 4th with a 5-0 lead, trying to make sure that doesn't happen again. Rain delay in Weyburn between the Regina Red Sox and the Weyburn Beavers as Moose Jaw Miller Express, Ben Dalkey singles up the middle. Medicine Hats in Lethbridge, game number 1 of that series, 1-1 in the top of the 6th. Lethbridge can be a real hostile playoff atmosphere for visiting teams. They got home field advantage against the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Lethbridge does. 3-2, the Moose Jaw Miller Express lead it here. Leadoff single by Ben Dalkey moments ago, putting him on at first base. Bob St. Pierre now facing Ty Schindel. Schindel put Moose Jaw on the board the last time he was up with a solo home run, a bomb to right field. 1 on for him this time around as Miller Express coach Michael Hunt. Multi-year coach Michael Hunt enjoying his first playoff game as the head of the Miller Express. "77 pitches for Bobby. He cruised through the first 4. Moose Jaw putting 3 runs on the board in the 5th. Fastball from St. Pierre for strike 1, and it's a 2-1 count now. We know Dustin Wells, wouldn't that be something? Pitching for the Swift Current 57's. Dustin Wells and Matt Michalski will be playoff starters for the 57's. Not sure who's going to go when as Schindel tries to get a bunt down and misses. Snap throw from Mason Brown over to first to Bodie Cooper. Bodie playing first base for the Swift Current 57's, a first-team WMBL All-Star as a catcher. However, with the injury to Kyle McDonald, his service is no longer available for the 57's, so Bodie Cooper, best guy in the dugout to play first base for 57's. Called strike 3 as St. Pierre is going to get Ty Schindel looking this time. So Ty Schindel's been caught looking twice in between or around that solo home run.
Now batting the catcher, number 19, Cole Workin.
Cole Workin has found himself on base via an E5 and an E4 in this one. He's touched home plate once. He'll drill that baseball into the backstop. Jam shot, right field. Nick Conyas has to hurry, and that'll take a funny hop on Nick. And we'll have runners on at first and second with one away. A dark, foreboding sky to the northeast of Swift Current. Some weather forecasting groups expecting a 9 o'clock shower to hit Swift Current. It's 8:25 right now. We're in the 6th. Bobby St. Pierre and Grant Westmoreland have worked quickly at times in this one. After that, Cole Workin single, Pate Katuchis to the plate. 1-1. Wind picking up in velocity as the flags at Mitchell Field are now getting a little bit of a workout as a cool breeze caresses this baseball field. Built atop a hill in Swift Current. Mitchell Field, one of the highest altitudes in Swift. Fly ball is going to get out of the ballpark. 2-2.
Foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get it.
Let's hope Mother Nature cooperates with this one. Another foul ball by Katuchis. With the score 3-2, that Saskatchewan flag getting a bit of a workout in left field as St. Pierre pounds his own with a high fastball. Wind swirling a little bit, as moments ago it was blowing out to left field, but now blowing towards home plate. Mother Nature may write herself into this story before it's all said and done. 3-2 pitch, Katuchis goes down swinging.
And that is another Patterson Agriculture strikeout for Bobby St. Pierre. Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Josh Mardorn.
St. Pierre 7 strikeouts in this one. Facing Josh Mardoran, the native of Montana, Curacao. Doran a walk and an infield single with 2 away here. St. Pierre fastball up. That wind suddenly picking up in velocity. And now blowing hard towards home plate from left field. That'll add a kilometer or two of velo as Josh Mardoran's going to hit that one. And a diving catch! Thomas de Bonville! Best of 5 isn't a very big series, and that could conceivably be a series saver by Thomas de Bonville. As he goes horizontal to keep the Miller Express off the scoreboard. Bottom of 6 coming up. Swift Current's deficit is still only 1, thanks in big part to de Bonville and that amazing catch. 3-2 the score. Bottom of 6 on the way.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Celebrate the wonders of our nation this July at Living Sky Casino. Players Club members can swipe daily for their chance to win a train trip across Canada in our From Far and Wide promotion. Bonus entries are also available. Grand prize draw July 31st at 8 p.m. Must be present to win. See Players Club for more details.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor.
Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
We'll see if a scintillating masterpiece of a catch in the outfield by Thomas de Bonville can spark on the Swift Current 57's, who are down by 1 here. And with nobody on, Cole Workin goes and talks to Grant Westmoreland, pitcher, before facing Matt Bondarchuk. 3-2, Miller Express lead it. Slow roller, Scott Plett gets the 4-3.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
Blake Adams broke the 57's team record for home runs. He hit 12 of them this year, to go with an RBI record-breaking season as well, as he finished the year with 54, one behind Cody Funderburk of the Okotoks Dogs, who was named league MVP. And Adams, known for the power in his bat, shows bunt and tries to send one down the third base line with nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th inning and his team trailing by 1. There's the power in Blake Adams' bat. You often forget about the speed that he brings to the table as well. He's a guy who can leg out a bunt single, third on the 57's with 18 bags this year. Adams launches that one into the outfield. Travis Abel, playing him shallow, has to hurry back for it and makes the catch on a ball that just didn't want to land.
Now batting, sponsored by Melhoff Electric, the first baseman, number 5, Bodie Cooper.
So Bodie Cooper, who has been caught looking in his previous 2 at-plate appearances, third time facing Grant Westmoreland. Westmoreland. Bodie hits one to Josh Mardoran, and it's through him.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Cooper on via the E6, giving the Swift Current 57's a base runner here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. With ominous clouds looming and getting closer to us and the wind picking up. Bodie Cooper on at first. Brett Esau at the plate. 57's trail by 1. 3-2 the score. So 2 out E6. Esau in front of an off-speed pitch from Westmoreland. Pitch number 83 of the ball game from Westmoreland is a fastball for strike 2 to Esau. Fast curve change from Westmoreland. It's been effective against the 57's as personnel starts to limber up in the Miller Express bullpen. They're wearing hoodies. We can't see numbers. Looks like it might be Travis Edgar, right-handed reliever who's capable of touching 90, but Grant Westmoreland is feeling it as he throws a curveball that catches Brett Esau looking. The 57's will strand Bodie Cooper. 6 innings in the books, and it's 3-2 Moose Jaw. Back with more 57's playoff baseball in moments.
Let's go down to Mitchell.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Express to second baseman, number 4, Scott Platt.
Scott Platt, who is 1 for 2 in this game, leading off here in the top of the 7th. 3-2 lead for Moose Jaw. (9-1-2), Scott Platt, Lane Harvey, Travis Abel, Bob St. Pierre. Fly ball, Blake Adams, and Blake misjudged that, and that'll be hit over his head. It'll head back into the left field wall, and Scott Platt running like people are chasing him to second base.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 7, Lane Harvey.
With the wind blowing in from left field, the 57's infield playing Scott Platt shallow, and he made him pay for it. And it's a leadoff double. Lane Harvey, top of the order. Harvey's 4th time facing Bobby St. Pierre this game. He's grounded out, flown out, and in his most previous at-plate endeavor, he walked. This will be pitch number 94 from Bobby in this one. Runner on at second. Fastball. Still some zip on that fastball from St. Pierre, and it's 0-1. Showing bunt is Harvey, and strike is called. 0-2 the count. Harvey had a war of attrition with St. Pierre the last time he was up, a 9-pitch at bat. Nothing in 2. Harvey calls time. And he'll ponder what he might see with the count 0-2. Ground ball to Keel Crumweedy. Runner advances to third as Harvey grounds out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 30, Travis Abel.
Travis Abel 0 for 3 in this one. .270 hitter in the regular season. So he gets a hit 1 out of every 4 times at bat, just a little bit better than, so is Travis Abel due to check into this game offensively? He's been good in center field for the Miller Express. As good a defensive center fielder as you could ask for in this WMBL. Slider from St. Pierre. And 0-2. That pitch had eyes, just dodging the bat of Abel. 0-2, he goes to the heat this time. Brown drops to his knees and puts the lower part of his torso behind that ball. 1-2. One-two pitch. Strike three. Abel goes down swinging.
That is a Patterson Agriculture strikeout for Bobby St. Pierre. Now batting, the designated hitter, number 37, Cutter McDowell.
57's 33-15 in the regular season, as was much of the case in those 15 losses. They were victimized by one bad inning. And that's the case here as the Moose Jaw Miller Express, 3 runs in the 5th. Other than that, a big batch of zeros for St. Pierre and the 57's defense. One hopper back to Bobby with a runner on third, and that'll do it for Moose Jaw. As Cutter McDowell grounds out to the pitcher. One is stranded, none score. Bottom of 7 coming up. Swift is trailing 3-2. Back with more 57's baseball momentarily.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Keel Crumweedy leading off. Bottom of the 7th, 3-2 the score for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. 7th inning of work for Grant Westmoreland. 85 pitches for Westmoreland to get through 6. 1-1 offering. Crumweedy. Shot to shallow center field. Travis Abel, though, who just reads balls so well off the bat head and seems to be everywhere, makes the catch.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Riley Campbell, as we get later in the game, the longer it takes him to get to the batter's box. One away here in the bottom of the 7th. Westmoreland. Fastball in to Campbell. Westmoreland won't blow you away with his velocity, but with what he has, it hasn't lost any miles an hour through almost 90 pitches. Campbell skies that one into shallow left field. Shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder all converge, and the catch is made. As Pate Katechis is able to track that baseball.
Number 9, Mason Brown.
Mason Brown singled his last time up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. As we reach the twilight innings of this baseball game. Game number 1 between Swift Current and Moose Jaw. Playoff baseball has eluded the Miller Express since 2014. And if they can hang on for a Game 1 win here in Swift Current, there would be some pretty big smiles around Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. That's a big if, though. Still lots left to be played here. Mason Brown representing the number 8 hitter in the 57's batting order. Strike called on the 2-0 pitch. Mason Brown hits that deep but foul. And that's a long strike for Grant Westmoreland. His longest of the night, as that one was put towards McDonald Crescent and Swift. Pitch inside to Brown, 3-2. Here comes pitch number 95 from Westmoreland. 3-2 pitch in the dirt. It's a walk to Mason Brown. 2 for 3, Nick Conyas to the plate.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 26, Nick Conyas.
Pardon me, Conyas 1 for 2 thus far. A hit and a run scored. Struck out last time he was up against Grant Westmoreland. Miller Express, this is already a huge start for Westmoreland. Any playoff game, you can get your starting pitcher. Even if the wheels were to absolutely fall off the wagon on the next pitch, still 6 2/3 out of Westmoreland, and he looks like he'll go more than that. As Conyas, high fly ball, catcher Cole Wark, and this isn't his everyday position, and he does track it down. 7 innings for Grant Westmoreland. That's a big start for the Moose Jaw Miller Express lefty. Top of 8 coming up. It's still a 3-2 Moose Jaw lead.
Let's go down to Mitchell.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Leading off for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, the first baseman, number 28, Ben Dalkey.
Dalkey, Schindel, Workin for the Miller Express, who lead at 3-2, top of the 8th. Moose Jaw would love some insurance in the final 2 innings here. They lead at 3-2. A 3-run 5th inning that featured a solo home run from Ty Schindel has put Moose Jaw up here. Dalkey swings and misses at the St. Pierre fastball. St. Pierre, 103 pitches in this one. Slider, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3.
And that is a Patterson Agriculture strikeout for Bobby St. Pierre.
St. Pierre trails, but he struck out 8.
Batter, the right fielder, number 24, Ty Schindel.
St. Pierre and Grant Westmoreland have both pitched well for their respective teams here in game number 1 of the playoffs. Ty Schindel has struck out twice with a solo home run in between. St. Pierre going right after him with the fastball. 57's have guys limbering up in the bullpen as Jager Harjo, Lane Downing are up and at it. Strike 2, St. Pierre going after him. Fastball from St. Pierre's outside. One-two pitch with one down. Two and two. Bobby tries to paint the outside corner with that fastball. And it's a full count to Ty Schindel. Schindel 1 for 3 with a solo bomb. Three-two pitch. And Bobby doesn't miss by much as Schindel takes his base. So one out walk, Cole Warkin, who tonight has got on via an E5, an E4, and a single. Fly ball that will escape Mitchell Field, foul territory.
Foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth. To get it.
Fastball from St. Pierre, strike 2. Our next webcast of 57's baseball will be tomorrow night. 7:05 start, game number 2 of the playoffs. And then we'll head to Moose Jaw for game 3 as Bobby slider, strike 3. Mason Brown will grab that.
And that is a Patterson Agriculture strikeout for Bobby St. Pierre. Now batting the left fielder, number 10, Nature Touches.
That's Bobby's 10th strikeout of the game. Pate Katuchis. Fly ball, foul territory. Nick Kanyas on the run, and that ball will escape Mitchell Field. .114 pitches from Bobby. Top of the 8th. 10 strikeouts. .78 strikes to 36 outside the zone in this one. Fastball doesn't miss by much, and 1-1. Strike zone tonight hasn't been huge. St. Pierre and Grant Westmoreland done a good job adjusting to it. Westmoreland walked 2 in the first inning, but has really settled down since then, as Bobby's got to be wondering where that one missed. Two and one. Slider from St. Pierre, swinging strike. Katuchis has struck out twice to St. Pierre tonight. 2-2 with 2 away. Check swing, Katuchis. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. 11th strikeout of the game. What a start for Bobby St. Pierre as he says, let's go. He wants some run support. He's held up his end of the bargain. Bottom of 8th coming up. Swift Current trails 3-2.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
.118 pitch effort for Bob St. Pierre in which he has struck out 11. The 57's do not want that effort to go to waste. However, the Moose Jaw Miller Express want to get a W for Grant Westmoreland, who hasn't been too shabby either. 3-2, the Miller Express lead it. Bottom of the 8th inning. Top of the order, Thomas de Bonville, Matt Bondarchuk, Blake Adams, as Swift trails by 1. 3 players that are capable of putting runs on the board. And de Bonville, Bondarchuk, and Adams due up here. Grant Westmoreland has other plans, though. He's about to throw his 100th pitch of the ball game. There it is, and de Bonville. 2-hopper to Josh Mardoran, who's kicked a few in this one. However, he's on target to get the speedster from Silverthorne, Colorado.
Now batting, sponsored by JTS Bus Lines, the designated hitter, number 22, Matt Bondarchuk.
Couple errors at short tonight for the Miller Express, not that time. Josh Mardoran on point for the 6-3. Well, Bondarchuk is due 0 for 3 this game. Bones .294 in the season. 4th time facing Westmoreland in this one, and the crafty lefty paints the outside corner in this lefty-on-lefty matchup, and it's an 0-1 count. Strike 2, Westmoreland aggressively after Bondarchuk. Oh-2, Bondarchuk, defensive swing. It's that foul ball, heads towards the 57's dugout. Fastball just misses. 1-2. One-two pitch. Curveball. Solid 12-6 movement on that curve from Westmoreland.
Now batting, sponsored by
and Bondarchuk goes down swinging.
Number 24, Blake Adams.
57's have not lost a playoff game since Lethbridge beat them at home in 2015 in the first round. So a 9-game postseason winning streak on the line here as well for Swift. Blake Adams gets underneath that, pops it up, Everyone's gathering around it, and Lane Harvey will grab it.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on.
Ninth inning on the way. It's a one-run lead for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. 3-2 in game one. We're back with the ninth after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Bobby St. Pierre. An amazing effort for BSP. Will leave this game going 8. 6 hits, 3 runs, only one of them earned. Striking out 11 and walking 3. Facing 34 batters. Lane Downing is going to come in to pitch for Swift Current in the 9th here. Downing 19 appearances in the regular season, 25 1/3 innings of work. He allowed 27 hits, 10 earned runs, 26 strikeouts to 6 walks, and a 3.55 earned run average. So a strikeout an inning for Downing in relief. And he will deal with 8-9-1 in Moose Jaw's batting order. Josh Mardoran, Scott Platts, and Lane Harvey.
The shortstop, number 15, Josh Mardoran.
Doran's 1 for 2. Platt is 2 for 3, and Harvey's 0 for 3 in this game. Mason Brown having a quick chat with Lane Downing here before facing Josh Mardoran. Walk, infield single, and a fly out to center field his last time up. Lane Downing, Emporia State University, Hayes, Kansas, pitching to Mason Brown, a teammate of his at Emporia. Heater from Lane Downing. Downing with that fastball, hits about 87 miles an hour. Little bit of a breeze blowing in from center field now. As Downing winds and fires. Just missing outside. 2-0. Fastball from Downing, strike one. Two one. And the rain has arrived. Strike three as down goes Josh Mardoran.
And that is a Patterson agriculture strikeout for Lane Downing. Now batting,
The rain falls and fans head for shelter Fly ball, or ground ball rather. Rain's blowing right in on us here. We got to cover our gear up.
The third baseman, number 7, Lane Harvey.
Lane Harvey to the plate now. Drilled into the backstop. Count is 1-1. Pitch, just one hops, Harvey.
That's the Standard Motors foul ball. Running at that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a.
Two and two with 2 outs here. Fastball just a bit up and out. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Top of the 9th. Downing. Ground ball. Brett Esau. Into the glove. And over top of Bodie Cooper. And Lane Harvey finds his way on base. Travis Abel to the plate. Travis Abel. Hit to right field. Nick Conyas is there to make the catch.
And that is a W.W. Smith Insurance SGI.
Abel flies out to right field. Bottom of the 9th coming up. The deficit for the 57's is 1.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man.
3-2, the Miller Express lead it as rain pounds Mitchell Field. We'll be back with the bottom of the 9th. Maybe right after this.
Celebrate the wonders of our nation this July at Living Sky Casino. Players Club members can swipe daily for their chance to win a train trip across Canada in our From Far and Wide promotion. Bonus entries are also available. Grand prize draw July 31st at 8 p.m. Must be present to win. See Players Club for more details.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packings.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor.
Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball as rain pounds Mitchell Field. Bodie Cooper leading off, strike two. New pitcher for the Moose Jaw Miller Express is Galen Andrews out of Houston, Texas. Comes in relief after the Miller Express. Got a great start from Grant Westmoreland in this one. Westmoreland, 8 innings of work, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, striking out 6 and walking 3 along the way. It's not spitting by any means out there. A hard rain pounding down on these athletes on Mitchell Field, and the 57's down by 1 as Bodie Cooper, opposite field shot, that's hit back. That's to the wall, and Bodie Cooper, a solo home run. Good gracious, bodacious.
A solo leadoff home run for Bodie Cooper.
And the 57's have tied the ball game. Bodie Cooper, a solo bomb off Galen Andrews. And Cooper makes it rain.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Brett Esau.
And now Brett Esau to the plate.
Back-to-back jacks.
It's 3-3, Bodie Cooper. And now the 57's threatening to walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th. Galen Andrews. Curveball. Strike 1. Nice curveball from Andrews. Andrews goes back to that curveball. Esau out in front of it.
Now batting the second baseman, number 18, Keel Crumweedy.
And Esau goes down swinging. Keel Crumweedy to the plate. Crumweedy 0 for 3. 282 in the regular season with 7 home runs and 19 runs batted in. A hard rain continuing to hit Mitchell Field as Crumweedy fouls that off.
That was a foul ball.
Galen Andrews, fastball to Crumweedy. That's low. Count is 1-1. Curveball again, strike 2. Andrews getting good command of that curveball here in the bottom of the 9th. 1 away. 57's have tied it up at 3. A solo home run by Bodie Cooper in the bottom of the 9th. 1-2. Heater, one-hopping Cole Workin behind the plate. And it's 2-2. Keel Crumweedy calls time. Fans underneath umbrellas as that pitch one-hops Workin. And it's a full count to Crumweedy. Moose Jaw Miller Express have led this game since the 5th inning where they put 3 on the board. Bodie Cooper has tied it with a solo home run, his first hit of the ball game. Curveball just drops in south of the strike zone, and it's a walk to Crumweedy.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Riley Campbell's doubled, got on via an E6, and flew out to left field in this one. Only the diehards are left here in Swift, under umbrellas. Runner on at first, one away. Swift Current has tied it in the bottom of the ninth. Campbell gets that bunt down, but bunts it off his person. And he'll be summoned back to the batter's box with the count 0-1. Bottom of the ninth. Bodie Cooper, an opposite field shot to right. Off of Galen Andrews. Campbell shows bunt. Strike called on that curveball. Andrews steady diet of curveballs to the 57's here in the bottom of the ninth. Rain taps the roof of our broadcast location at Mitchell Field in Swift Current. Andrews, 0-2. Campbell flares that one into center field. Travis Abel having a tough time with the wet ball, and Keel Crumweedy scampers to third. A single from Riley Campbell, and the 57's have a runner on at third with one away. They're threatening to walk off here. Mason Brown to the plate. Brown 1 for 2 with a walk. The rain intensifies. And Tanner Spencer, who's acted as a pitching coach for the Miller Express, is going to head out to the mound and get wet as the rain mercilessly hammers Mitchell Field now. Look at that. It's a good shot of just how much precipitation is pounding this baseball field. Mason Brown. Runners on at first and third. Brown shows bunt, gets that bunt down. It's a walk-off. Mason Brown gets that bunt down, and the 57's win it 4-3.
Miller Express 3, and the Swift Current 57's lead the best of 5 playoff series 1-game.
And it's a Game 1 win for the 57's. Mason Brown gets the bunt down. He's the Game 1 hero, scoring Keel Crumweedy. Our player of the game, though, no doubt about it. Bobby St. Pierre, he won't get the win, but 8 innings of work, allowing 6 hits, only 1 earned run, striking out 11 and walking 3. The 57's with a 1-0 lead in this best-of-5 series. Game number 2 will go tomorrow night, 7:05 at Mitchell Field. If you live in Swift Current B here, you're going to see some great baseball. If you're anywhere else, we got you covered with the Crop Production Services Living Sky Casino webcast. The team will have their post-game meeting in the rain, and we're looking forward to what should be a dynamite game number 2 of this series in less than 24 hours. 2 hours, 12 minutes to get her done here tonight, and just in the nick of time with rain pounding Mitchell Field. Joe Carnahan will make his post-game meeting quick, and then they got to tarp this field. 4-3, Swift wins it. On behalf of Christina Schweitzer bringing you the images of tonight's game, it's Ryan Schweitzer saying good night from Mitchell Field.